How are we getting on, folks? Now we're moving on to Limerick. Look, just to recap, it was a fairly poor day. Completely different than yesterday. We just had a serious bout of seconditis. Just can't really explain it. Just called it wrong, and there was one better in an awful lot of the races that we had. Um, like an awful lot of non-runners as well. Like when you have the Devil's Coachman, Shaq and Persois, and that Sequa spirit definitely didn't help our cause at all. But look, it is what it is, and we just have to get on with it. Now, Limerick tomorrow. It's looks like it's a fairly nice day overall. It's a hard one really to call, but it's look at I was interviewing Shane Fitzgerald, who is currently fifth in the jockey's title race at the minute, um, and he was saying that he's looking forward to his six rides, in Limerick tomorrow. So look at whatever you want to do with that. I've definitely followed a nice few of them. I think they all have a fairly decent chance, but some more so than others, and definitely think that a couple of these are going to to really put the I suppose the screw on. First race off though, the 12:20, and we're going straight for Shane Fitzgerald. Too far east is west, 15-2, a great little each way bet. Second in a race in Clonmel, a very, very fast finisher from off the pace. That is exactly what we want to see tomorrow. We want to see, I suppose, a bit of you'd want to time the run fairly nicely. You don't want to be going too quick in front, but you don't want to be caught napping like we saw at the bumper there today. Um, my opinion, I think it's got a great chance of getting in the top three. Um, I actually think it might be paying four places. I'm not 100% sure. It looks like it's a fairly big card. Might be paying four places online. I don't know about the shops or the independent shops. I'm not sure, but too far east is west. 15-2. I think it's a great overall each way bet. Next race off then, the 12:55, and it's a very, very tricky race, this one. You could make a case for an awful lot of these. Obviously, obviously the fame after the glory is a very, very consistent and very reliable sort. Um, I personally think this whiskey lullaby for Willie Mullins and Sean O'Keefe is going to be very, very interesting though. Currently priced at 9-2. I think it's got a great overall chance. Used to be trained with Paul Nichols. Form wise, doesn't look too bad. Some fairly competitive racing altogether. Second to a few nice sorts. A few nice sorts and a few like a few decent individuals, but whether that's going to be good enough to win here or not, I don't know. Obviously, look at Willie Mullins is absolutely flying. I would really like to see the Blue Blood race and getting another winner on their agenda. Especially after the lovely gift I received there this Christmas, after naming Flemoncello. It was definitely greatly appreciated, and I hope I put a bit of luck on the Blue Blood Racing team ahead of tomorrow, and hopefully look at 9-2 winner. Not bad for Willie Mullins horse, you know. But no, seriousness, I think it's got a fairly decent shout of being very, very competitive. Next race off, then it's a no bet race, really. Concertista should be winning this easily. 8-15. If you want to double it up, you probably should. I'd be thinking, say, making the double in Leopardstown a treble with Concertista. potentially adding in a four-folded redemption day if you're feeling very lucky, but or not even redemption day. Put in Haransu Dairy 7-4 along with it. I think that's a great shout. If you're into four folds or if you're into trebles or whatever like that, stick it in there. I think that is that pay out fairly well. When you consider a 7-4 horse in among there as well as an even money, shout as well. Next race off then the 205, and this one here we are going straight back to the man. We're going straight back to the man that we were talking about there, Shane Fitzgerald. I really, really like the look of China Princess at 11-1. I think that is a massive, massive overprice in regard to the form on heavy ground, the style of running, the way this horse likes to go, the weight on his back. I personally think this horse is going the right way of getting back her head in front, and with Shane Fitzgerald claiming £5, I think that is going to be the key that unlocks the door to China Princess. And look at 11-1. Look, let's be honest here. It's a wide open race, and I think it's paying 5 or 6 places. Just to give you a brief summary as to how open this particular race is. 11-1 isn't a bad price, and it's, in my opinion, it's going to be definitely thereabouts and really, really competitive in the finish. It could be just one of those things that causes a bit of an upset. And 11-1, I definitely take your hand off for it if it's good enough to go and win this race. Next race off then the 12-40, and for those who have a very good memory, you'll remember a particular time when we tipped up Rebel Gold. I think it was 25-1 or 50-1, and it ended up winning in Limerick. We're going straight back there again, 9-1. Obviously, look at Cahill Landers on board. I think it's a great each way shout. It's a very, very good. It's a chase, I think it is, isn't it? I think it's a chase. Racing Postal, let me go back. Yeah, it's a handicap chase. But look at this horse is a very, very talented sort. And when you look at the form he's put up, he keeps improving and he keeps coming on for his runs, and generally he is a very, very consistent horse. Doesn't look too well treated, but he has, I suppose, surprised us all in the past, and I'd be hoping he'd do the same again. There are horses that are better weighted, but like this horse is just he's just one of those horses that is a very, very consistent runner and will run his heart out for every single one that's behind him. And realistically, 9-1, in my opinion, is definitely overpriced. I definitely think it's well worth in each way, and it should be definitely well capable of being very, very competitive in this sort of affair. Next race off then, the 310. I was very, very tied in this one. I was tied between John Adams, but then again, once I heard Shane Fitzgerald talking about his chances in Limerick, I had to go with Quaker Island. The third last time out sealed for me, currently priced at 14-1. Great little each way bet. You've like it really, really did leave him spot on. When you look at the Turles run, he's coming in here extremely fit. He was only nine and a half lengths behind Mr. Fred Rogers, who is a very, very talented sort. And as well as that, Nels Well is another very talented sort as well. So to only have them two ahead of him that particular day, it was a very, very interesting affair. And I think like Shane will know this sort of horse, because if I'm not mistaken, I think he was on Mr. Fred Rogers that particular day. So he'll know how this horse runs. He'll know exactly what this horse needs to do. The £5 claimed off its back as well is going to be a big, big help. Look at the man is just unstoppable at the moment. Like, and he's after having some big price winners, not to mention the first day in the 12 or the 255 in Leopardstown, the first day of the Christmas festival. So look at overall, I think it's a wide open affair. Of course it is. The favorite there is tempo there at 11-4, and John Adams, a very, very talented horse in behind. I was very, very tempted to go with John Adams, and I think he is going to be one of the other three or other four that's going to get very, very close. But I honestly think Quaker Island has been left spot on for this run, and with the £5 claimed off its back by Shane Fitzgerald, I think it's got a nice overall opportunity here. Next race off then, the 340. And I know I said in the Leper Sound video that Willie Mullins loves these sorts of bumpers, and I know it's just one of those things. I'm sort of going against my own word now in this one, but I'm going to go with Gordon Elliott and Barry O'Neill. The horse cost 185,000. Very, very nice sort, well regarded in terms of breeding and being related to some high class horses as well. That a breach, it was very, very disappointing on debut. Whether it can improve for the run or not, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I don't think it can. When you look at the speed ratings of 2, I've never actually seen that before. I think it's quite hilarious, but I can honestly say that horse is going to get better with time. He's definitely not a horse that should be rated 2. I just think it's crazy. But yeah, look at 6-5. It's not a great price, but look at, if you can get on early, I can honestly think this horse is going to go 1-2 or one could even sway towards 1-3 come the off. It looks like the horse to beat, and realistically it should take all the beating as well tomorrow. But look at, going to leave it there. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a better day than today. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks again for all the comments and the messages and everything else like that. Didn't have a great day altogether, but even saying that, we did have a nice little 28-1 place, and I did get plenty of texts about it after. So look at, to the people who have commented and texted and subscribed and all that, massive thanks. I leave a link in the description below for the patron service. I didn't mention it in the last video, but I'll mention it here. It's basically here to help support the podcast that I talked about, that we have Shane Fitzgerald on now in the next coming days. It's giving a voice to the voiceless in the racing community, and basically we just ask members to help keep us going and all that, like, and all it is a tenner a month. You get plenty back altogether. We've given away plenty of great prizes, including shares of race horses. We've given away tipping competitions then as well, with 200 quid of a prize pot. We've given away different what's the word I'm looking for? The word is in my head. It's like the Grand National competitions where you pick the names out of the hat and different things like that. We did one for the European Championship in the football, and we did one for the Grand National as well. So there's plenty of opportunity there to make the money back, but it's just, I suppose, a little incentive there just to, I suppose, get that little bit extra from myself and Ryan Sharkey. But look at, going to leave it there. Link below to Patreon if you want to sign up. I know it's not really a great publicity, say, after the day we've had, but hopefully you haven't lost faith too much, and we'll be back again. Don't worry, we'll be back again. We won't give up till it's over anyway. Look at, good luck. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and the very best of luck tomorrow.